see what we're really doing with all meditation here, with just the spiritual practice. We are shedding away conceptual reality, which are just our ideas about life, ideas about myself, ideas about God. And we are merging into that which we seek. We are not like a thing that's going from here to here, traveling. We are not a thing that's this and becoming this through some process. We're simply outgrowing a hypnosis. We are shedding away our ideas about what I am and finding ourselves as what we already are. So, very important distinction we must make with this. So, it's shedding away all of the costumes, all of the masks, all that is not what you are essentially. It is only what you are in appearance. I appear to be this. But as we begin to pay attention to our experience, it begins to show us that our perception of what I am is actually incorrect, and it's just conceptual. It's just conditioned ways of looking at things. So we're outgrowing that, and that is what wisdom really is. Wisdom is not more informational knowledge. It is not a ending outcome of some process. It is just you shedding away your ideas, which are just purely conceptual, which is only mind. And the shedding away of that is what's left is wisdom. That's it. So let's try to do that with today's guidance, with a pointer that we may have talked about before, but perhaps it'll reveal to you something this time that it wasn't able to last time. Okay. You can feel free to close your eyes and just come to a place of rest. Come to a place of not wanting or needing anything, caring or being concerned about anything. It just doesn't matter right now if your mind is turbulent or quiet, if your experience is good or bad, if you're feeling positive or negative. Have the courage and the willingness in this moment to not care about any of those things. Your job is just to be. Mm-hmm. Through letting go of concern, you're giving yourself over to life. You're giving yourself over to the spontaneous creativity, the infinite potential of this moment. Self-concern blocks all understanding. Always keep that in mind. Self-concern keeps you contracted, restricted, rigid. An important aspect of going inward is letting go of self-concern, because self-concern is what keeps you outward. unable to take the plunge into inward. It keeps you in illusion, unable to recognize the truth about yourself. Understanding its uselessness and how it's actually an obstacle, have the courage and willingness to let go of self concern, even though it seems so practical and seems like it's protecting you. Perhaps before you were alone and you didn't know how to do it, or if you'd be okay, but now you are here. You're among you're among others who are practicing the same thing and are living proof that it is okay, it is safe. There's nothing to fear. At every moment of your journey, have courage. Right now, have no desire to grasp anything, understand anything, expect anything, care for anything. Stand totally open and vulnerable to reality, to life. Listen and don't think about what you're hearing. No activity, just being. You are. That's it. Stop there. Silence is not a plain, boring blank. It is infinite potential. It is the source of all resources, the source of happiness, the source of wisdom, the source of clarity, the source of peace. If only we knew what we were denying ourselves through self concern, we wouldn't do it. We go buy a lottery ticket because of the immense potential of winning. Yet most of the time we don't win, probably any time. But we are interested in it because of the immense potential. Become interested in silence. Here, there is no losing. The harmony you seek, the happiness you seek, the well being you seek, the wisdom you seek, you have to go to the source of it. when you just keep thinking about your life, keep trying to just control your life in every regard, when you remain in self concern, in doubt, in fear, envy, jealousy, hatred, you restrict yourself. You deny yourself the freedom you seek. When you keep indulging in these conversations but refuse to practice, that is what you restrict yourself, the very thing you seek. That is why I very often say, understand the magnitude of the work we do here. For it has the potential to transform every aspect of your personal life, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. But you have to be courageous, you have to be willing, you have to be open, you have to trust the unknown, the undefined, which is silence itself. In clinging to doubt, fear, resistance, you remain in the known, in the past, in ideas, in conceptual prison reality. Even the thoughts that may be appearing right now, saying, I wonder if I get this, I wonder if I'm doing this right, I wonder if I'm doing enough. These are the very enemies you keep engaging. These are the very self concerns that I'm speaking of. You're relying on thoughts to give you a sense of safety. You are imbuing a sense of reality, a sense of truth, a sense of identity into these thoughts, which keep you on the surface. The courage that I speak of, the willingness that I speak of, is the willingness to no longer pursue such thoughts in moments of practice, aka here and now. You, the watcher of these thoughts, are not these thoughts. Simply be as you are. Stop venturing off away from home. When we talk about going inward, inward is not a direction, it is simply here and now. Your being, not your being as you, the person's being, something that you possess or own as a part of you. No. You, what you are truly, what you are in essence, that which sees these thoughts and this experience, that which does not change. You are here and now. When we say going inward, it is not a direction. It is simply relinquishing attachment to form, to things, to objects, and acknowledging that which is simply here, yet it is not a form. It's not something other than you for you to look at. It is that which is looking, that which knows, that which is. Going inward is here and now. No matter where you find yourself in the world, at the heart of your experience, you are simply here. No matter where you find yourself in time, all the years that keep passing by, you always find yourself now. You are always now. Your being does not change. Here and now are the fact of your entire reality, your entire experience. Only objects that are not you change. You are not something inside of space and time moving about. You are always here and now, changeless. You see the moving about of form, objects which are not what you are. The things we identify with, our name, our story, our religion, our nationality, the state of our body, the possessions, the people, the titles. None of these are what you are. You are not a person. Do you have the courage to entertain that statement? Are you open enough to that possibility? You are not a person. You are that which is here and now, in which the person is seen to change. You, that which is not a form that changes. Our being is so obvious that we totally overlook it. It being invisible, it gives a sense of reality to all that is visible. And we remain immersed in what is visible, tangible, knowable. It being total silence gives a sense of reality to all noise, and we remain lost in it, in the noise. Going inward, aka here and now, are the portal to self understanding. Acknowledge your here-ness. Nobody owes this to you. You don't have to earn it. You could be in jail. You will still be here. You could have everything taken away from you. Nobody can take this away from you. As long as there is experience, there will be here, now. This is not a part of you. It is what you are. It is that in which what we currently take ourselves to be appears and disappears, comes and goes, changes. Why identify with that which I am not when I clearly am seeing the changefulness of it? Forget all these buts. These doubts are all of the mind, which seek to keep you on the surface in the noise. Have the courage, the willingness, the openness to sink into here and now, into the acknowledgement of your invisible being. The only fact of your experience is I am. I am. And emness is always here and now. Here is the end of space. Now is the end of time. Space and time are only byproducts of the mind, tracking the changefulness of objects. You are not in space and time. The appearance of space and time are in you, which is here and now. That which was, you no longer consider to be real. That which will be, you also don't consider to be real. You give reality to only that which currently is. But the mistake is we give reality to the forms that currently are appearing. And we overlook the here and now, which are themselves invisible. Yet it is their reality that these forms borrow for this moment until they also subside and are no longer real. There's nothing real about any of the objects that you are aware of, from physical to subtle, from world to mind. There's nothing real about the words that are being spoken from my mouth, the person that is speaking them, the person that is hearing them. All of that is mere appearance, dream, illusion. These things aren't, these insights and these realizations aren't reserved for a few. They are open to anyone that pays attention to their experience, that has the willingness to let go of thinking about my experience and the courage to pay attention silently, wordlessly, for that which is does not speak. It is not a thing that speaks. It is not a thing that does. It simply is. You simply are. If this teaching has found you, what can stop you other than your own doubt, your own resistance, which keeps you small, which keeps you a person. And as a person, you will never find peace. You will always find yourself in a state of confusion, in a state of doubt, no matter what you attain or achieve. Which is why the invitation of the teaching is to go inward, away from form to the formless. But again, you are not a thing that is going from the form to the formless. To go from the form to the formless, you must here and now relinquish all expectation, all self concern, all doubt, all desire, all resistance, all fear, all intention in this moment. For these are the chemicals that make up a person, that keep us in personhood. Let go of your need to pursue them in this moment. Let go of your sense of safety and security that you invest in them. If you want something to invest your sense of safety and security in, invest it in being. Invest it in the only fact of your experience, which is I am being. here, now. This will keep you safe. This will keep you free of fear, free of doubt, free of suffering. You can only suffer in a limited identification. You cannot suffer at all free from identification with form. To suffer, you must be a person. You must be a someone. Now, through devotion to this teaching, by taking the invitation to explore your being, you're discovering who you are prior to a mere person. So, to conclude, going inward is not a direction, it is a relinquishing of all directions. It is here and now. That which is here and now is not a form, is not a thing you can look at and define. When you let go of interest in this moment in form, including your thoughts, you sink into that which you already are. You step out of your conceptual prison into what is. The more you step into what is, the more you will find yourself in the harmony, happiness, and peace you seek. Confusion, doubt, suffering, anxiety, fear are the flavors of the conditioned realm, the conceptual realm. That is what we keep feeding. You keep paying your dues by giving more and more interest and significance to your thoughts, by continuing to run away from silence. Sink into this inwardness, this here and nowness, which is the fact of your being. You are, despite if you recognize it or not. This is the anchor you can always rely on. This is what will keep you safe throughout your life. This is your real security. This is your real freedom. For it is the source of all resources. Never forget that. The moment you do, life will slap you around a little bit because you have entered the conceptual reality, and therefore you must suffer for it. It is not a punishment, it is just a natural byproduct of contraction. You can't contract and wonder why I'm suffering. So it's not life punishing you, it's just a natural byproduct of contraction. It's natural law. And now that you know about this, you'll feel the need to practice it even more. And when you don't, you will find yourself, right? You will find the pain of clinging to ideas. And that pain will motivate you to let go. But some of us still continue to just cling, still continue to just remain in our ideas about myself, ideas about life. And so the pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Only because the pain got so bad, you are here today. Otherwise, you could care less about any of this stuff. Pain is the universal teacher. So let's finish this guidance with a sense of gratitude to life for one, the teaching that has come into your life and has enriched your experience in whatever capacity that you allow it. It is not these words that are helping you. It is not the books that you read or the videos you watch. It is your own capacity of how much you allow yourself to have this. That is what determines your quote unquote progress in this. Life is trying to bring this in full force, but not many of us take it with full force, with open arms. So have a sense of gratitude, one, for the teaching that is coming into your experience. You didn't ask for it, but it came to rescue you. And two, have a sense of gratitude for the pain that brought you here, the suffering that brought you here, what you had to go through in order to get here. Make this entire lifetime about understanding yourself. Whatever else happens or doesn't happen is not of ultimate importance. Make this entire lifetime about understanding yourself. Lead with this in the front. This will set all things right. This will bring harmony to even the other things. Okay, you can open your eyes. This was a recording from my School of Awakening program, which is a day-by-day meditation program where you receive my full support, my full mentorship. So if this is something that you feel stuck with, if this is something that you want help with, if you are looking to devote yourself to this teaching and practice it and bring that intellectual understanding into your direct experience, then learn more about it. I encourage you to learn more about it and see if it resonates with you. If it does, then apply to enroll. I would love to share this teaching with you and have you as a part of our wonderful community. Now, I hope this video really helped you today. I hope it helped you get a taste of what is being pointed to here. If it did, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up down below and commenting if you're still watching. I love to see who watches till the very end. So if you are watching right now, just please feel free to let me know down below in the comments and share what you learned today. I would love to hear your insight.
That's all for me for today. I will see you next time.